until we get some codes.
Oh,
Yeah.
there we go.
I know. I love 2 p.m.
It's our favorite time of the week.
Yeah.
You got it.
All right.
Oh, all right.
Hi, guys.
Welcome, welcome.
We're going to come a little closer so you guys can hear us and see us. Even
Oh my
though
God.
with
Don't
yellow,
rock it with
we are
the
not
red
having
one.
an earthquake. We are back in New York.
The building is fine.
All right. So,
Yeah.
as you've seen from Amy's IG Live, she is at Mac's
In Denver.
store in Denver with Sarah and Christine. So hi to them. Maybe they'll pop on, but they might be busy with appointments.
Yeah.
So we're holding down the fort.
Yeah. You might see them in the comments though, so look out.
Yeah. That'll be a good time.
Yeah. Always a fun time in the comments.
Yes.
Um,
All right. Go ahead.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I guess we can sort of like touch briefly on, I don't know if you guys watched Amy's live this morning, but we're gonna touch briefly on the idea of quote unquote quiet luxury.
Stealth wealth.
Stealth
I
wealth.
shouldn't air quote it because it is something.
Yeah.
Um,
But I think, I guess we, can touch on that and just sort of how we see it. And I think one thing that's super interesting is kind of going back to modifiers. I guess my modifier is in a sense elegance, but to me, I never think of it as in the sense of quiet luxury because I'm always rooted in our 3 adjectives in chill, modern, classic. So for me, the first thing I go to is it chill, modern, classic? Do I feel good? Like, how does it make me feel? Not for any other verbiage, I guess.
Yeah, I posted in my stories the other day that I don't know what my modifier is, and I think maybe you guys might think I'm playing you. I'm just like trying to feel it all out and live through it.
Yeah. It's something that develops too,
The thing about stealth wealth is that it's become super divisive. Like everybody's
Yeah.
thinking that it has to be one thing or the other, and we really define it as like, I don't know, something looking, having an impact, but in
Yeah.
a subtle way. Really focusing on luxurious details. That's what's
Yeah.
important to me, and like.
I think, for us, like, the idea of quiet luxury is sort of craftsmanship. Like, the
Yep.
idea of how something is made. It's not, this notion of whatever it seems to be.
Yeah. And even though I said I don't have a modifier yet, I'm still addressing my adjectives, right?
Yeah.
So it's like, I want to feel like this. How do I want to feel and show up is how I'm dressing. Not as, do I look luxurious or not? Am I a luxurious person? I mean, clearly I am.
Am I a Lux girly?
Yeah, clearly I'm a Lux girly. But anyway, so.
But anyway, that was a brief touch on that, and we'll deep dive into summer.
Yes.
Right?
Yes. So we're doing a deep dive into summer. As you can see, we have one of the cuties today. If you see that the Poindexter
the
is
Poindexter is
launched.
live.
Yeah,
It's
super
out.
live
It
and
comes
all of
in-
summer.
Oh my God, it does come in a red as
Yeah.
well. So I'm wearing the brown, which is wearing the pea.
Which you've
green.
seen, which I thought was a great neutral way
It's-
to pair it back to the yellow top that I'm wearing.
Yeah.
So, before we get into that though, we have to talk about dressing as your adjective, and let's talk about the CP scale.
Yeah.
And everything you're wearing right now.
Oh yeah, we're gonna
We're
get to
getting
that,
there.
guys.
We're
It's only
getting
2:04. We got like, I don't know, do the math. 56 minutes.
We're fine.
That was way too slow math for me, but
It's okay. It took me a second too.
oops, sorry.
Um,
But let's talk about the
Yeah.
CP scale. Cool. I'm just gonna cross over and grab this book
Yeah.
for a second. So.
We're always rooted in the idea of creative pragmatism, and I think the scale has been a really helpful tool for us even internally to just kind of look at and be like, oh, this is where I'm feeling on the scale right now. And in the book, it's a great way to describe it. And I think it's a great way to also play into the like chill, modern, classic adjectives. And it's also a great way to find your modifier. Like Sarah falls more on the creative side of the spectrum, where I think I fall more on the pragmatic side of the spectrum. But of course, I can say I'm P8 and a C3 or C4, whereas someone else might reference their scale at a different point.
Well, I thought I always say that I'm C7, and we're going to show you a diagram to kind of walk you through it with us if you have the book, and you should absolutely get the book so that you can go along with us.
Yeah.
But on the scale of creative and pragmatic, where do you fall, right? So we were joking that Sarah, is Sarah a 10? I said she's an 11 on the CP scale, so C, I guess creative being C, P being pragmatic, Sarah would be 11 C for me, or C11, and what did we say she was for P?
Like a 3.
Like a 3,
Like
which is, she doesn't care if it's pragmatic. I mean, it's a vibe, and she's also our risk taker in the office and in the company.
Modifier.
Yeah, so I am closer to C6 and P6. So I'm kind of in the middle.
You're like that middle ground combination of the two. I feel like, you know, a lot of things you wear in the scare are very like they're very balanced in that sense.
I'll take that. I think I'm in the balance. I mean, I hope I'm in the balance state
You keep
of
us
life.
balanced.
I don't know about that part, but I'm gonna show that to you in a second. So wait, where did you say you are on the CP scale?
I am a P like 7 or 8.
So
and
highly
C,
pragmatic.
3 to 4. I'd say I probably lean more pragmatic.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Cool.
Yeah. We have our scale. I'm gonna find our scale. Hold on.
Okay. All right. So while we're talking about that, it's funny because I can walk you through what I have on and how that kind of relates to where I am on the CP scale. So I'm wearing our summer satin skirt, which I absolutely love. I want to just dig in and come a little closer to you. I'll show you my waistband. I don't know what's going on under here, but it's a really beautiful and like it has a little bit of like, I don't know, I'm doing this thing that like I have no words for at the moment, but it feels like it has a heavier hand, but light enough for you to wear in the summertime and not feel like you're kind of sweating through. We were talking about the fact that we have a variety of nylons now. It's not just the crispy nylon or it's not just like the 4-ply silk. So this guy, if I were to compare it to our 4-ply silk skirt, our silk skirt from spring, soft and I don't know, medium to heavier weight, but summer. What else would I can tell you guys? Oh yeah, my top, absolutely. So this sporty nylon, this is the sporty nylon cocoon.
You wanna?
Oh yeah, sure, absolutely. So if you've noticed in our sporty nylon, it's called sporty Italian nylon because it's an Italian taffeta. So it's really a great fabrication. I know I'm giving you a little ASMR, but it feels really great on, and it's a super like valve top. So you can wear this top back to something that you kind of want to dress up, or if it's something you want to dress down. I would totally wear this with denim, right? And like give it a little bit more oomph. I believe we have one around. It comes in black and also comes in brown. Or if I wanted to dial down something super dressy. So I'm wearing it with summer satin, and it gives a chill vibe.
I think, just going back to the idea of a valve top, do you want to maybe dive into that a little bit more?
Yes.
Because we love a valve top.
Well, I mean,
it's something that works. It's a workhorse in your wardrobe.
So let's just say, for instance, if I were wearing the vintage cotton convertible pant with this. So this is going to be something that kind of like dials this outfit up for me. It gives me a little bit extra. So if I'm going somewhere special or somewhere where like being super casual isn't my vibe, I would still feel like I'm dressed.
Yeah.
And go through your size real quick.
Yeah, absolutely.
Height, size.
So I think you guys might know it, but I am 5'8", and the more I talk to people, we're always like adding a few or subtracting a few. So do what you want with that information.
I round up, absolutely.
So I'm wearing the extra large in the skirt, which I'm covering now, and this is like I want to show you this waistband also. All right, so coming a little closer. This is the waistband. So if you look here, the elastic that we have, it's a very thin elastic, but you don't need much. It holds up. It's sitting on my hips, sitting on my waist, and I feel super comfortable. And actually, there's a slit at the back, which I can show you my.
Yeah.
So it's not a rude slit.
No, it's a very like purposeful, pragmatic. I
Right.
can walk down the street without like my legs needing to be stuck together. So.
Yeah, not sponsored, but I ride city bikes sometimes, and I would do a little hike up and jump onto a city bike with this in my sneakers.
Yeah.
So.
Just a quick run back. It's on the Good Ick with the CP scale, which is always fun to take a look at. Amy did a great little piece on the Good Ick about it, but just going back and you can sort of, place yourself on the scale, which is always a fun thing to do. So if you feel like you want to dive a little deeper into that. Again, not an earthquake. Matt is just falling all over the set today. But yeah, that's a really fun tool. Okay, I will go into my outfit. I am wearing the garment wash down twill Sid jeans, and I don't know if you can tell from every other live I've done the past few months, I am a die-hard Sid person. For me, it's honestly the what's in my closet of denim, and it's just very easy for me to pair with a lot of things. I am layering the Gabe shirt in the blue, as well as the spring twisted sleeve. I'll try and show you, but the twisted sleeve shirt underneath this, I'm really liking the idea of a double collar at the moment. I love the layering idea, especially with the weather going back and forth as it is right now. even layering, shirts is a great way to stay pragmatic but also creative. So I really enjoy that. And I am also wearing the Poindexter. I am wearing my true size in this. I'm wearing a size 24 in petite, and they sit perfectly on me. And this is what I took in the classic wash denim as well. And then I am wearing
You're 5'3", 5'5"?
That's very kind. I am 5'2".
Okay.
Yeah.
I feel like you should always go up for size. I mean, for height, go down for size.
I know. I'm 5'2"3/4", so do with that what you will. I would like to say 5'3", but my doctor would probably be like, I don't think so.
In your life, I hear we shrink. I don't know.
Yeah,
That's what
I
my
know.
grandma and my
That
mom
does
says.
happen. But that's fine. But anyway, and I'm wearing a size small in both of the shirts. I really like the juxtaposed oversizing, especially because I have the bottom unbuttoned. So in terms of playing with pockets or even on the slits on the side, I feel very comfortable and roll up the sleeves for a bit of skin in the big slim.
Which we know you can leave with one button.
Skin.
Yep.
Down here department.
And you could always leave one button and do a little tuck to get the V in the front that we
Exactly.
show
I could take
perhaps.
all of this and I could really just
Tuck it in.
and in the front would just be a V. Simple as that.
And
oh
I-
my god, she switched.
Well, because I wanted to just talk to you guys. I had on a large before, so we talk about intended fit or preferred fit. I wanted to show you what this yellow nylon really looked like. It's so beautiful, so that was important. But I was wearing that in a large, and now I'm wearing the black version of it in an extra large. And you can see that here, this is the space that I have at the hip. This is a cocoon, which is actually kind of cool to see the cocoon with the drape and the hoodie. So the cocoon, in order to get a cocoon shape, you have to shape it a little bit more narrow at the hip. So just be mindful of that if you're someone that's wanting to size down because you think it's oversized, but in reality, you'll miss some of the beauty of how this will sit.
And that's what really gives it the chill vibe.
Yeah.
Like it's not just a hoodie. The cocoon shape is really what brings the chill element.
I mean, I totally wear this with a Stella. I totally wear this with the Sid and tuck it in. I think you have a lot of options here.
Yeah.
And I do enjoy a pop of color. So maybe instead of wearing the pea green, I would pop on a red or maybe a bayron.
Speaking of color,
Yes, let's do it.
let's go back to our favorite, our color wheel.
I'm down with that.
For anyone who has the book, it's on page 117. So this is the color wheel. Sorry about the post-it. Just gonna remove that quickly. Thank you. But you saw Katara playing with the navy and the yellow. So where's the navy? Here. We have our navy and then pulling into our yellow. And then she then chose ring one and paired it back to her navy. And you can do that with shoes as well. So it's really interesting to see. And it's, when we talk about this color wheel, you don't need to, necessarily pick the color that's adjacent or next to whatever color, say you pick a brown, you're not picking the color right above it. You don't need to necessarily pick the color diagonal from it. It's really just to kind of show you what rings can associate with the ring above to bring in color in a way that is very,
Yeah, I mean,
it doesn't make you feel bleh.
I felt
For lack
a
of
little
better
bit
words.
more on the pragmatic. I felt higher, like I had a higher C, a P versus a C.
Yeah.
And in order to get balance, I think shoes are a great tool to get that. So I've changed now to a neon and an icky color. So we talk about bigs and pigs. I have on this beautiful satin. It's almost Rule 3 and bigs and pigs because it's an icky glossy.
Yeah.
Neon, icky
Icky,
glossy.
say that 5 times fast.
Yeah, I was gonna sing like a kid's song just now. I didn't know.
Aw.
I know. Always singing a kid's song. But now I feel a little bit more like myself. So I can have on black and navy at the top, and still feel chill and still feel balanced but creative.
Yeah.
Yes, you have a question.
Can you just do, people are asking about what the book is, blah, blah, blah. Can you do like a 30-second
Book?
touch on, yeah. What's the book? Who's it by? Where can you get it?
Luckily, you asked about the book. 30 seconds. I think it's 30 pounds, and it's 30 pounds of goodness. So in 2020, a lot of things happened for Amy and the brand, and she started posting things on Instagram and stories, which we all know and love. And all of those musings and the wisdom that we have grown to appreciate are in the book. And it really gives balance and, I guess, true, like, look at this. I mean, I don't know if that's the way Amy would say it, but that's the way I see it. It's full of illustrations. It's full of style principles, not rules, because we're not rule makers here. We're just giving you principles that you could, I don't know, live by.
And it's available?
And it's available online. We also have them at our stores. I really implore you to get it. I don't have the shell that it comes with, but it's a beautiful, beautiful table book and something I would want to live on my shelf for a long time. Cool. So that was more than 30 seconds.
No.
I don't know if Amy's here. She'll be like, that was good. So yeah, what else did I want to talk to you guys about? Oh, so yeah, what's interesting about having the Bayron, which a lot of you DM'd that you've gotten your Bayrons in different colors, and now we actually have the lavender, which dropped today. Very excited about. You've gotten your pink and your red, and also, called it the wrong color, but that really deep, beautiful rust color. So this is our pea green and the Poindexter. Poindexter is in a leather. This wouldn't be in a neon green because it's an average, I'm not gonna say it's an average fabrication, but it's not icky enough. So the icky that comes from this gloss is useful because I'm able to tone this outfit up and still feel kind of chill. Oh, hello.
How's it going?
It's going good. I was just telling them about, which I'm sure they know before us, but the lavender Bayron that's out now.
Yes, which I am coincidentally wearing. It's a really, really good balance of color with the ick of the matte black, and I think that's another great thing when you're playing into the the idea of finding your modifier and sort of balancing out CMC. A really good place to add friction is through Bakes and Pigs, through brights and icky glosses, as well as prints and icky fabrications and things like that. And so I really, for this, obviously I'm wearing a 1 at the moment because of the lavender, but with a tonal outfit such as this, this is a really sort of elegant, beautiful silk. This is the 4-ply silk cocoon sweatshirt from spring, which I really like this. You've seen me on other lives wear it. I love this sweatshirt. I love the colors that it comes in. I think it's really easy. It's also a valve top for me. And I think for a lot of people as well, when we see it in the store, a lot of people, when they tactilely touch this, are like, wow, it's something, very easy to work with. It's not, restricting in any way, and it's also something that you can easily dress up or dress down. Here I'm wearing it more in the dress down category. However, if I were to bring out the new Wilbur in lavender, don't mind me as I sort of fall over to put that on, I could add a little more of a dressed up scenario. So I am wearing the summer satin pant in navy, which we all know has been a fan favorite in the stores and online. I love this pant. I also love it in the brown. I think it's really easy to wear.
And what size?
Pardon? Sorry. I'm wearing a size extra small in the pants, which is my size. I'm wearing a small in the cocoon sweatshirt. And I just wanted to show another way that I am wearing this, which is with, and speaking of fabrication, I am wearing the Terry Razorback bodysuit under this, and yes, it is a true terry material. I will come up closer so you guys can see. It is a true terry material. It is textured. It is really great and really comfortable. And speaking of tactileness, it's funny, every time we see something that is like a big seller in the store, but sort of, not as much online right at the beginning, it's because people can feel the fabrication, and that holds a lot of weight. And for this, we saw, in the New York store, we've seen it just really been a huge hit, because once you feel this, you realize how much something like this really works for you in your closet. Oh my God, we're matching.
Yeah,
wow,
we're always
really
matching.
Well, we're even playing this.
I love it. I talked about doing yoga, so I was able to kind of just tuck the hem of my pant into my Astons. I think that's a great segue into what happened in LA, right?
Yeah.
People came to our fittings and they were very excited because they were surprised and shocked that this this terry cloth was as light as it was. I kind of said it gave me this nostalgic grandma, or when I was younger and I wore a little terry cloth jumpsuit. Feel me if you're an 80s baby. But I love that you can dress it up or dress it down. You could wear this if you were beachside and the sun was out and you wanted some coverage, or if it was really warm and you wanted to still have, I guess if it was cool and you wanted to feel cool but not too warm. It also dresses up quite easily. So
Yeah.
I think I call it my dressier version. I mean, look at that. It's beautiful if you look at the fabrication together and the cocoon that we spoke about before. Yeah.
Backing, which really, gives it that chill element.
And each piece has its own place. So you have on the bodysuit, we also offer it in a short, and we have it in this sweatshirt. Yes, there's a question.
Oh,
How do y'all deal with the pants when you're walking around town? Like, are there any tricks you use to keep them from dragging when you're out in the streets?
Totally.
There's a few.
There's a few. So, I mean, I think you saw that, well, I came out just now and I kind of tucked it in to, this is the length on me, who is 5'8". I actually really like the vibe of it, that it's so chill. This is one of someone asked, what are your workhorses from summer? And this would be one of them. You didn't ask me this, but I have to tell you.
Nope.
So the color, the undertones in this brown are kind of purplish, and it feels very romantic. Back to everything that you've gotten from spring.
I mean, like if you put this next to it, you can really see where they're like in unison.
I wish I had a true lavender, but I mean, with everything, if you put this near the blue, it still reads, it's a really beautiful color. So now that I'm kind of walking on my pants, two things. We know that we have our hair tie. Yeah, handy dandy. Couture is gonna attempt to do yoga episode 25, I guess.
Honestly, you got more balance than the rest.
I know. Oh, look at that. Namaste. So just like that, I was able to take my hair tie and make this into a jogger. Oh, they don't want to see me fall.
I want to see it.
Oh, they want to see it close up. All right. So no close-ups, no zooms on my toes. But yeah, so I just basically, and you could do this on the outer hem, or you could do it on the inner. Should we always have a chair, guys? I think this is very important information.
Is this a new part of the set?
Yeah, this is.
I like it.
All right, so I took, I don't know whose hair that is. I took the hem. Oh, don't focus too much. Didn't use too much lotion. So I'm just making a ponytail, I guess, out of, if you would say that, or a pant tail, out of my pant, and then I'm just tucking this inside. And so that's giving me a balloon jogger, which I'll show you here. I made it a little tight, so now I have a little bit more skin, and you can see more of my ankle, and this is where I might use a Bayron or even a Brody or a Pedro, because now I have a little bit more skin. But I don't mind seeing this, so I'm covered everywhere else, and I don't have skin on top. And then
the other great trick is really kind of utilizing the straps on your shoes.
Yep, which Brent's going to show you with her shoe, but this is how my shoe is now. Brent's going to come over and do hers. So just as quick as that happened, I just tuck that through.
Easy.
Yeah. Show them yours.
So if you take your shoe and you take the strap, another great thing to do is pop it through here, and it really will hold itself in place. There's not a lot of movement happening. And it also creates sort of a billow effect, as if you have our Stella pants and they have the removable straps, it gives this a billowing effect, which is also really great. And then it makes it super easy to walk in while also giving another element of like texture to the pant, which is also really great. So I'll pop it up here so you can see it a little better. And then when I get to the office, I just, take it out and go from there, hit the road.
I love it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I really love it. And there's a few more, which I'm sure Bren and I will be able to create some reels around.
Yeah.
To give you guys like a placeholder that you can bookmark. I mean,
I want to
love this look. I can't stop going like this. I'm like, I love it.
And I want to note one thing on this pant, because I didn't realize this until I tried them on today. There is also a drawstring in here. So it's an elastic waistband, which is really helpful. So you can sort of play around with where it sits, higher, lower. But another thing that is super helpful is you can also adjust based on the drawstring in here. So you can just make it tighter or looser, depending on how you're feeling for the day. And then just tuck it right in.
What I love too is sometimes we get DMs that say like, this pant is too big, and I kind of do this thing. Yeah. But it's like, it gives you options. So you just said, so you can go higher, you can go lower, and you can make it,
Because, as much as, we are, innovative, like, the idea is for your closet to work for you.
Yeah.
These are, what your clothes are supposed to do. They're meant to be workhorses. And of course you have, your have-to-haves and things like that. Yeah. But when you have pants like this, as much as it's about the fabrication, it's also something that needs to be working for you in your closet.
I think since we're talking about pants, we're talking about fabrication, I think it would be a great time to kind of talk about the ivory sit. Yes. So seeing this on the body.
Earlier.
Yeah. Love. I just want to bring
And
this
I'm not
close.
just a winter whites person. I am like creams and whites all year round are really easy, like transition of, and if you can't wear denim but you still want that denim feel, this is your go-to. It's very easy.
So I just want to bring it closer so you can see that it's like a striated denim, and it's garment wash twill, a stretch twill. And if I go like this, I just want to show you. This has a little bit of give to it.
Yeah.
So you have a little wiggle room here, and it's also not going to open up, but it's going to feel comfortable throughout the day.
Yeah.
A few people have asked, how do I style an ivory sit? And you feel like you've had all your sits, or you're waiting on your perfect sit. I can't say that one's better than the other. They all have a place. Yeah. Maybe you're going somewhere, we talk about the country club, but I think it's just somebody that may be working somewhere where they can't wear denim. So if you're going somewhere where you can't wear denim, like meaning a blue denim on the bottom, this ivory is a beautiful way to get the sculptural shape, to look modern, right? Yeah. Or even if you're wearing a simpler top, then you get something that's a little bit more sculptural and interesting on the bottom. So I just want to make like a shameless plug for the garment wash, which you guys know in Rancusi and in Sam.
And I think for a lot of people who find comfort in denim, which is something that I do, and I found, at the store, it's a lot of people's comfort. Sometimes you have events that require you that you can't wear denim that's a little dressier, or the blue denim isn't really what kind of is going to, bring it to the next level. I find that creams, and even if it's in a denim material, are very, they're just like that elevated version of that, and they're very easy. So while you have the same shake, you can replace the color, but it's the same feel, it's the same comfort level. And one thing that's really great about these SIDs is we did actually place in snaps at the bottom of these ones. So these and the bleached denim ones from summer, I believe the bleached denim ones as well, have these snaps in them, so you can also adjust the height if you are walking through the streets and there's mud, because we get it, they're cream pants, but you can adjust this so that, again, your pants can work for you.
Before we go to a question, I just want to talk about wearing a sculptural pant with a bigger shoe.
Yeah.
So if with this SID, I think what's so beautiful, and with any of your SIDs, if you're wearing them and you wanted to wear a Bayron, or you wanted to get some skin, maybe you're wearing a sneaker, it's so easy for you to just kind of roll this guy up. You could do a double cuff or a single cuff, and just like that, you still have the sculptural shape, but you could be wearing with, a Bayron and still feel like you're not too overwhelmed by, that you have like a big and a big. Yes, what's your question?
So, would you wear the same size in the garment, in the twill, as you would the denim?
Yes. I wouldn't size down. I think that we talk about it a lot, and it's a preference thing, but if you wear a 28 in our regular denim, you should still get, it's like the fabric is added into the fit. So we fit, normally it's like a 3 or 4 time fit just to get it right for you guys, and everything is kind of added in and measured before we even release the last sample. So yeah, you should take your normal size. Cool. So I want to dig into some questions, because Bren and I both posted questions for you guys, or we posted a box for you to fill in the questions, and I have a lot of them here. Do not take that lightly. Every time you guys give me things, I'm always trying to be mindful of what your questions are, and I will get back to you if I haven't yet. All right, so let's do it. Tissue tanks, how cropped? So Bren had on a tissue tank earlier. This is the tissue tank, and I'm gonna hold it up for you against me, so it kind of will hit where your waistband hits. In a size small, the length is like 19 inches from your shoulder, but actually if you were getting an extra large, it'd be like 20 inches, so it's only a 1 inch difference as you're going up. It doesn't really change much. Oh, look at you, that's so cute. So I hope that this answers. And then with the tissue cashmere, so light, I don't know if you can notice, but you can't see my hand through it. Now granted, there's like not a contrast, but it has enough weight, and it's opaque enough that you'll get the coverage that you need. I can actually put on this cardigan.
I will try that on, actually.
Yeah.
Yes, that's my next step.
You could totally do it.
Yeah.
And then another question that we have, we did the tricks for keeping sandals on your feet, so that was a great question. The sporty nylon skirt, does it have elastic?
It does not.
So it does not have elastic, but we're going to show you the waistband.
We have it here. It doesn't have elastic, however, it is very much like it is based on your, like, there you go.
So I want to show you the skirt. So it has a facing, So this is the skirt, and you can see it up close. It has shearing actually engineered, so it's designed to have these. Actually, they look like pleats, but they're sheared into the inside waistband, into the facing, and then the facing does not have elastic either. So if you are wearing a size 4 normally, or actually if you're wearing a size 6 and you get a size 4, the only difference, just like your jeans, it'll sit a little bit higher. It'll still fit, because also you can see that this is my size skirt, but this skirt is actually a little wider at the hip, so it gives you room.
Yeah, and I think pretty much like, everything, if you're a 4 in the Stella pant, you're going to be 4 in the skirt. It's very linear in that sense.
And just like our nylon pull-on skirt, you can see that this has a wider hem finish, clean finish hem, which is really beautiful, and it gives it a point of view, so it gives it a little bit of weight and makes it a little bit more special.
Yeah, it's also a really beautiful brown. I'm loving browns for summer, as you can see. And just to touch, I hear we had a question on the 4-ply silk, which I am wearing in a different color. Clearly, I love this item. I had a small in it. I would probably take an extra small in it, because my normal size is usually an extra small, but I don't mind the small on me. I have it wrapped around here in the mint color around the Harlow Jersey strapless dress, and it is really great. I don't know if you can tell me if you can see it back details. I don't know if I'm showing. Okay.
So what I love, and even in the bralette that I had on, that I posted before, we have this double, I guess, it's called something else, but like this double bra strap, and it's adjustable, so you can kind of, just like your bra, you can go in and change the, sorry, here, I hope you guys can see it. You can change the oh my god, my words aren't coming today. The clasp. Yeah, they're hook and eyes, but you can change them and make them a little bit tighter, a little bit loose. Someone emailed me and asked, like, well, if this fits and this is loose, what do I do? Do I need to go down? I don't think that you do. It sits away a little bit, and it's not a bad thing. If you wanted to change that, you could actually, could you show, Bryn? You could just drop it.
This is where it sits.
So this
on
is,
me, it's a bit.
this also has a hook and eye closure, so you have an invisible zip and a hook and eye, which I'm struggling to get. But it sits away from her just so, but it's okay. It's not, it's neither here nor there.
So the sweater's number sizing, what would the small be?
A 4. A small is a 4, which is a 27, and an extra small is a 2. Sorry, I'm wearing the dress. I am wearing a size 2 in the dress, actually. I think I would have preferred a 0, but again, we've talked about this too. I am larger on the chest, so I wanted a little bit more coverage. Another great thing about this dress is there is a built-in bra. So right under here, there is actually an elastic, and it's very much holding everything in place, which is so appreciated.
And even small details, just like having a place for your hanger loops with thread tacking, and this is the elastic for the built-in bra that also has darts. So that's going to really hold you in. And like, you don't have on a bra right now, right?
I don't have on a bra.
So, and we're girls that need support.
Yeah.
And you also have elastic on the interior. So you have elastic that's going to hold you up, and then you also have another elastic here, which is acting like a shelf bra.
Yeah, which is really great. And one thing I love about the shape of this dress as well is, and you can even do this with the tank version of this dress, is you can use it as a skirt bodice as well.
I love that.
Have, it's, again, making your clothes pragmatic and functional for your life. Yep. But again, using it as a skirt, especially with these colors, they're really great because you can use it as a skirt. And this also has the slit in the back as well, so really easy movement. This fabrication to me is very luxe, and when I say luxe, I mean comfortable, easy. It feels good to the touch.
Well, it travels well, and I believe that that's what, when I think of like quiet luxury, that's when I see you, I don't see that you like have like, names all over your clothes, or that you're like dripping in, Bhutan or whatever it is. You look like expensive, not expensive, but the fabrication is what makes me feel.
It just feels good. And I think, again, everything is rooted back to us as a CP. Everything is rooted back in chill, modern, classic, and whatever your modifier might be to those adjectives. It's always based, the cocoon is giving me chill. This fabrication is giving me
also elasticized waistband and
and then it's, this brown is giving me a classic, beautiful colorway. And I think one really great thing about our summer capsule is also it is so packable. It
travels really well.
Like, nothing wrinkles. It's so good. Like, you don't have to be the person bringing around like a little steamer in your luggage, like a crazy person. Well, not a crazy person, but like you don't need it. Like, it's really easy. It's wearable. It's usable.
When you say wearable, someone asked me, they messaged and said, what is the actual color? Is it a khaki? And so you can see here that just like the terry cloth, that it's a very deep and rich color.
It's like cumin.
Yeah, it is cumin,
Yeah.
but she was like, oh, you know, is it more of a khaki? This is versions of. So
Yeah.
you can see how this kind of changes with fabrication, but it's still the same color.
Yeah.
Let's talk about denim.
Yeah. I'm gonna run and put on
Okay.
the tissue so we can see
Yep.
the length and fit of that.
Sure. So I'm going to just hang out with you guys and talk a little bit more about some of the fabrications that we have and show you some close-up details. So if you were looking at this guy on the website, I think it's really great for you to see this beautiful striated enzyme denim. It actually is finished with snaps, and these snaps are not, these are like substantial snaps, guys. I mean, here you have a clean finished placket with snaps in. Of course, our snap in is not. There it is. Okay, so that's giving you support that you need, and the inside of this is finished beautifully with seaming, almost like a corset. So we know that we got the seaming in the Mila corset. This is very similar, and the adjustable back straps. So you could make this as long or as short as you need. If you need the neck drop to be a little bit higher, you can just totally pull this up and it'll be a little bit higher for you. So, are there any questions about this, Matt?
There were just a couple of questions. What's the people love that?
Yeah.
Just the name of the sweater. Like maybe I think the 4-ply. It's
Oh, the
just
tissue cashmere. We have a 4-ply cocoon top, I believe blouse.
And then that one is the.
This is the French. This is the summer terry. I'm sorry, guys.
No, it's fine.
I know it. I'm just like blanking on it. I just wanted to tell you the length of this. Someone asked me if they were a fuller busted person, with what size should they take. I think you should take your actual size that you normally take. This does fit a little bit slim in the bust and the waist because of the corseting or seaming. It's actually, I want to tell you, 1 second. So it's 49 inches from your shoulder, this dress. And at the waist, if you have a front dress that's a little bit more full, you can DM me and I can give you like one-on-one advice on that. But you should take your actual size.
It's the summer terry crew neck switch.
Yes, the summer terry, which clearly I haven't taken off. These are like the workhorses for me that I want to live in, and I feel, I mean, you guys can tell when I feel comfortable, right? It changes, the slouch changes, the stance changes, I stay in it forever. All right, so I want to get into some more questions that we have. The silver pant material, can you wash that? I would totally send that to the dry cleaner. I'm sure you can do a little like easy wash. Oh, let's look at this length. Hi. And it's just I mean, we're doing like nylons that are really great. We have like 4 nylons now. It's the same silver that's in the wilt.
Washable, like machine washable. I mean, like air dry it, but
The silver?
oh, not the silver. Sorry, so you're talking about this one. This one is
Oh,
machine
yeah.
washable. This is the Italian sporty nylon, short in brown.
Which is the same fabrication that I had on in the hoodie.
Yes.
Yep.
So good, and it is machine washable. I mean, air dry.
This has elastic at the back, right?
This does have elastic at the back. This is also my true size, but it does have elastic at the back, which is really comfortable. This is my true size. This is a 00. I don't know if it runs 2400 or what, but this is my size. And this is the tissue cashmere tank.
Real
and
quick. Yeah.
How would you compare the satin to the Celia drape?
That's a good question. I think this is very similar. It feels a little bit, it's like, who can out-drape Celia drape? It's very similar to the Celia drape.
Maybe the summer satin.
Yeah.
Competitor.
I think it's slightly, like a pinch lighter than the Celia drape. I have to close my eyes for that, clearly.
The Celia drape is also, I think, a bit more refined in the sense that it's
it looks
smoother. It looks smoother.
I had someone try it on. Yeah, I had someone try it on and said that they thought this was the same and it was actually different in LA. That reads like leather in a way. I think this reads more like a hammered satin, but has the same ease. And we also don't have the hardware and the pleating. This is, a flat front. So if you are pleat opposed, which why would you be? But this is a great way to get in that same silhouette that you were getting from the Stella.
Yeah.
All right, so I actually have this in turquoise and I love it, and I wore it on the plane. So easy.
Yeah, it's really easy. These are the most like delicate, easy to wear, sort of like wrap around if you get cold, travel with, do everything.
Yep.
Sweaters.
All right.
Yeah.
More
which is really
questions.
easy. And if you wanted length of this, I'm wearing the size small. I would probably take an extra small, but this is the length that goes to about my hips.
So you guys asked the circle skirt, how long or full? So I'm gonna tell you about that. So it's actually pretty full. I mean, you saw it. Oh, we didn't try that on. I guess I can go try that on for you guys. The circle skirt that comes in the same fabrication.
Yes.
It's about, I'm trying to think. It's, I was gonna tell you something. I can't remember. Oh, it's like 70. It's like 70 inches. So the sweep is pretty full. It's pretty full at the hip also. And again, if you wear it, you can kind of just zhuzh it up or pull it up if you want a smaller size. Let's talk about, you just had on the jersey, the Harlow, right? So if we look at the jersey, she had on the dress, and so this is the button-down fabrication. And those that ask for hemming and stuff like that, I don't think you would need to alter this at all.
No.
But if you want, it fits pretty close to the body. Placket and finished collar, and there's no darts, but it's very slimming. So if Amy were here and she wore this, and you were following Amy's sizing, you would basically know that it fits a little slim.
Yeah. Another thing that's great about this part, again, we didn't touch on, it has the same asymmetrical buttoning as the spring asymmetrical sweater does. So,
But this is longer.
Like,
I'm gonna grab
the
mine.
sweater itself is longer. As you can see, it's a longer sweater. However, it does have the buttons that go up to create the asymmetrical design, which is really great and a fun way to play with your sweater. So you can always button it in a different variation. Oh, sorry. So you can always button it higher, lower, really creating whatever sort of texture or not texture you need. It is a tissue cashmere, so it's really easy to just like fold up and take with you, put it in your bag, always have something there. Do we have a
Do
question?
you mind just like sliding it on over the top and just showing what that looks like?
Happy to. Wow, now I'm wearing all three, as you can see. But I like this. Like, to me, who is more on the pragmatic side of things, this still doesn't feel too out of my comfort zone because it is, again, rooted in my adjectives. That's a very hard word for me to say, apparently, today.
Would you just like, sorry, it was being tucked in.
Oh.
Can be asymmetrical?
It's not asymmetrical. So the spring version is asymmetrical. So one side is higher than the other, as we've seen in that sweater. What I was talking about is because the buttons run up higher here, you can always place them in different areas to create that asymmetrical feeling, which is always really interesting and gives a lot of character and definition.
And then for the waist of the shorts,
Yes.
is that like the same you would wear for the Stella? Or?
Yeah, so going back to the comment about the sheared circle skirt, all of our sizing is really linear across the board. So I take a 00, a 24, and an extra small in all of our bottoms. These are a size, I think it runs, yeah, so this is an extra small. In our last summer shorts, I also took an extra small. This is my true size, and all of the pants in that size fit me as the intended fit should be for that item. So I think a lot of sizing is really knit down to the intended fit. So I could technically, I could wear a 25, but the intended fit for me that is true to my size is a 24. So I think that is sort of where we like to draw the correlation. Oh, hi. I really like these colors together.
Yeah, and I really love the asym. So I just buttoned it,
See?
gave a little drape.
Exactly.
I just skipped one and just jumped it up. I could have gone even higher. But you can see here, I'm wearing it with the Poindexter in red, which I'm going to give you a little quick
And I think
view
this
of
goes
what
to
Poindexter.
show how brown, like how versatile the brown in this capsule really is.
Totally.
Through the colors.
Totally. So I don't want to leave you guys without answering a few more of your questions.
Yeah. I'll go throw my glasses.
I feel like some of these have been answered already just in Bryn and I trying on a few things. So dressing for hot weather, I really enjoy wearing things that are wicking. And I feel that the cotton and the lantern skirt, and I didn't do my little tie because I raced out here to get you guys, but wearing the cotton, I was telling someone you guys saw it unfold really fast with my braids, that if someone is not a tank person, this is a great way to get bra coverage and still feel pulled together. So also event dressing, pairing this top back to, I mean, look at that with that pant, or if you're gonna wear it with the lantern skirt, it's a really beautiful outfit, which also comes in navy and in ivory. Yeah, summer in San Francisco is cold. How to dress and warm in the summer. So I would totally wear this and just throw one of our cardigans over our shoulder, or maybe even do the lantern skirt that comes in the same application with that French terry sweatshirt, which was really beautiful. But I mean, look at this together. I'm wearing it also with the cardigan, which you can do in all 3 colors and still feel like summertime. Still feel, thank you. Still feel like it's summer and you're easy, but chill. CMC. Okay, so I'm gonna answer more questions, but I wanted to show you guys, since the shoe released today, and we were talking about the Poindexter. So here's a close-up. I mean, look at those colors together. I'm just really excited about that. I like this too. Look at that. My sweater is the extra large, and I like this color combo also. This does not wrinkle easily, but I won't say that it's wrinkle free because I can't say that. I don't want to say that. It might wrinkle on you. All right, before I forget, Poindexter, right? So I wanted to find shoes that were the exact same color so we could do a side by side. So if you love Poindexter, you want a flat, this is a great way to do it. You still have that super modern square toe. So if you're wearing a flat shoe, that's a square toe. Very beautiful. I'm looking down at my shoes now and I'm very pleased. The price on the sandals, maybe you can go
I think they're
for something. So then here, if you look at the difference between, I call the Wilbur and the Golly. Golly, that's a heel, and this Wilbur's My Little Pony. That's how I remember.
$4.75.
Yeah, $4.75. $4.75. So this is the flat version. This is our heel that I'm covering, and then I'm gonna show you Golly beside it. So this does have a little bit of an angular, like it kind of goes the opposite, but these are the 3. So a flat, a mid, and a higher, all of which are not rude and super comfortable to walk around in.
Super comfortable, and I think that thicker strap also makes it super comfortable, so your foot is very securely in there, which for anyone who wears heels is a great thing. I am wearing the Harlow Jersey tank dress actually underneath this. I love the idea of layering, especially with the weather. And this is the denim shirt that is in the summer capsule. It came in a family with the sleeveless button-up denim shirt, and also the new additions to our family is the cropped Sam jean, which came in 2 fabrications, this denim and the same garment twill as the Sid jean. I am wearing a size 00 in the dress, which I'll show you in a moment, and I'm wearing this shirt in a small. I would probably take an extra small, but again, I really like a shirt to be a little bit more billowy, dare I say.
I like this because I'm in love with the Gabe. You know, I have my favorites that I say I cheat on every now and again, and I feel like this is Gabe's good twin that came in denim, and it has a pop-over feel, so you still get this slit at the side, which is great for tucking in. So if you were gonna tuck this in, I love a good denim moment, so I would tuck this into my denim and wear the back kind of out, which is how I would style it. Can I see the back? Can we go a little closer? Yeah. So another thing about Gabe has the flap, and we talked about the removable. Somebody said, oh, I don't want everyone to know that I have, the ring on the back. Here's that tab. We have some removable rings, so at some point you can put them on, take them off. But this one just has the tab for now, not sure. But also the seaming here. So the Gabe just has a pleat, like a box pleat. This has seaming, and I love that it looks like it's like a denim jacket, but not at the back, and you still get that enzyme wash. For the person that asked about PDW, like with the nylon skirt, I just want to say, like, this is a really, let's do this, I can kind of ball it up, do whatever, and we still know that it's gonna land however it lands. But if I were going to an event, maybe like my son, I don't have a son, but we're just pretending here, my son's graduation, I would totally wear this. This skirt would travel really well, and I could wear it with the cardigan or with the cotton top that we just discussed.
I think it's also something you could easily wear back to your Harlow Jersey.
Totally. I would wear the Harlow Jersey too with the lantern skirt in ivory. I think it's really great to wear ivory on the bottom at times when you just want to wear like something a little bit darker on the top. You're gonna pop a color in.
And again, that ivory is sort of like when you can't wear a denim, where the itinerary calls for something more like dressed up than denim. Ivory is a really great place to start.
Yes, I agree. So some details on the dress. So we know that we loved the denim overall dress that came in spring. And so that body is kind of repeated here with the cotton, the vintage cotton. And look at this. I don't know if you guys saw, but it has like the pant loops here. And we know it's not a pant, but it's super cool that the details are there. And that these straps are actually convertible. So if you're wanting a little bit more, before in the enzyme wash, I told you that we have like a slider. You can actually move and adjust the straps here to get a little bit of a higher fit. And this also has the godet.
And the shirt does the same thing. So it also is adjustable in the shirt as well. And the shirt has 2 buttons at the top as well as a full zip. And that is the front of that, which is really great and very easy to wear. And as you can see, the neckline kind of does a bit of a, oh my God, why am I blanking on the word? A concave. You can correct me if that's the opposite of what I'm trying to get, but it's very flattering in that sense as it reads across here. Oh, sorry.
That's okay.
I think one thing we forgot to mention when you were talking about these brown pants, and we did, and I just like totally blanked.
Oh, totally.
They are convertible. The bottom of this pant zips off, so it will create more of a cropped pant for you. So you have, again, a workhorse of a pant, not just in, its adjectives, but also within its functionality. So you can unzip this. Let me unzip this pant. So you can really do
I tried this on, and I actually love that it's a pull-on that's traditional, but it's a fabrication that I don't have, and it lends itself to more casual events. But I would totally wear this with a ball top, so I don't feel too chill, that I still feel very modern, and able to kind of just take it. Yep.
And it's a really easy.
It zips on and off really fast.
Super easily. But now you can see the difference in length. But this is a fabrication that is really light and really wearable in the heat. So I know when we think of long pants in the summer, sometimes we're like, but trust me, this fabrication really lends itself to being breathable.
I actually love how this looks with the denim. I mean, I also love it with the sporty Italian nylon.
Yeah.
I feel like we're doing a pant deep dive right now, which is really great because I think that's the hole that a lot of us have in our wardrobes. So in addition to just bottoms in general, a bottoms deep dive, you had on the sporty Italian short a moment ago. We also have
and it's already zipped back on.
Right,
so easy.
Where are your shorts? Are they gone?
Oh, sorry, they're back there.
This is really...
This short is really...
So this short that actually goes with the lamb and the cumin color. I mean, if you could see here, I could hold it a million times. I tried to make it as wrinkled as possible, but it's a very easy pant. This is made kind of like your Stella with your... Sorry. Like with your tailored waistband. And I love that this is a classic take on a summer pant that still feels dressy, and you could wear this back to, any of the colors that I have on, my God, but also the Poindexter, which is flat. And then just a quick conversation about the terry and the short. So we talk a lot about the Calder sweatpants, and what I love about this waistband, and you guys can expect this from our waistbands going forward, we've captured the elastic. So here you'll see it's a really great elastic, and it has the encased drawstring. So this is more about capturing the elastic in here. So it's attached to the actual waistband versus in a tunnel. So that means that this stays up really well. And this pant, I would take an extra large. I actually have it. And I would wear it, with the top itself, or I actually wore it with this cardigan, and it was pretty chill.
I love that.
Yeah.
I'm agreeing with everyone in the comments saying they're loving brown. We are too.
Yeah.
It's a really good sort of foundational color for us.
Someone asked me, I don't know if I'm down for it or not. Someone asked me to try this on over my pants. So, but I think I'm gonna have to take the pants off for you because I think they deserve its own space. But if you were wanting to see what this fabric looks like with the cardigan, and I will probably have to take off my pants. One moment.
We'll give her a moment.
Sorry,
Matt, were you raising your hand for
No,
a question?
No.
Okay. Are there any other questions at this moment? Oh, someone asked how is the Harlow Jersey different from the Diva Cup Row? The Diva Cup Row is a little bit heavier in fabrication. This is very cooling and breathable. Not that the Diva Cup Row is not, but it is a little bit thicker. It also has a little more sheen to it than this does. This is more of a somewhat tech, if you want to compare the two, techie-like, but not in that sense. It's still very elegant and drapey. As you can see, the movement is just really gorgeous with the way that it flows. Is that another question? Okay. And, oh, she's back.
Yeah, I'm back, I think. I don't know. All right, here I am. So I would totally compare this Harlow jersey to the jersey that we have, the drapey jersey.
Yeah.
That we have in the cutout dress, that we also have in the shoulder pad tunic, and the lantern skirt from spring.
Exactly.
That would be my direct comparison. So I kind of just gave you guys a little bit of that, but I feel this is
really good. It's just like so effortless.
So,
like,
and if you guys, I'm sitting, I just want to, full transparency, if anyone asks, I'm wearing this a little bit higher. I am fuller at my hip, so if you got this, it probably would sit maybe an inch shorter if you're going to get your size, but this is actually me wearing it in a size 14, and it's sitting closer to my natural waist.
I love this on you.
Have we shown them the lavender?
Yes, briefly,
heels?
but it is our great Golly and Wilbur shape, in the same lavender that I'm wearing in the Bayron. I mean, it's a little bit lighter, it's more of a pale, but here is the, that's not the way to show it, the higher version in the lavender, which is really easy, and again, you see it plays really into the colorways that we're wearing also. It really fits in easily to the summer capsule colorways, and something that we're very purposely thought about. It looks great with this green, and then here is the lower heel, and again, it has that wider strap, but just something really easy to wear, and it's reading a little bit paler on camera than it is. It is a lovely lavender, which is, I can't spell the word apparently, as we've realized in the office, but great color.
I'm going to do a quick power moment just to answer as many questions as I can within a minute. So while we didn't feature the Sam Twill jean, we can discuss it in our stories. Yep. It is I believe the same fabrication as the Sid, so more than likely we'll just give you the inseam, which is most important. Dressing for 3-piece essentials for a stay-in-the-car mom in Durham, North Carolina summer. Need pants for sporty. So we just showed you the vintage cotton, which is really great to convert, so you can wear that also in the fall. If you're a mom, you could do all the things and also get a little prop situation.
Italian sporty nylon cocoon sweatshirting, I think is really durable, really easy for like spills, say something happens in the car.
Yep.
Anything in the Italian sporty nylon family, actually, like I know so many people who have spilled things on it, wipes right off, you're good to go. You can also put it in the washing machine, easy.
I was also going to suggest the top that Bryn has on. I think that's a really easy top to pair back. Can we discuss boobs and tube tops and dresses, please? You are speaking to the team, the boob team, and it is boob approved by us that we like all of the items.
All good.
Yeah, it's all good. Your girls will stay in. Let's see, workhorses we've talked about. Cool. I think we've answered a lot of questions. There are more. But if you have more, don't charge us to us. You know, we didn't mean it. We tried to get there.
We tried, but DM us and ask them anyway.
The satin pants, I don't believe that they have stretch.
No, just in the waist.
They have a slight. It feels like 1%, but it has slightly. But it's so chill, you don't really need it. So I hope this was slightly informative or most informative for you guys. Amy and Sarah, we miss you.
Yes.
They will be back, and stay tuned. Shop summer.
Bye.